I am an architect. I spent my life learning how to ensure that structures don't just look beautiful, but that they can withstand the weight of the world. For 7 years, I wasn't just building skyscrapers, I was building my wife Amanda's fashion brand. While she walked the runways and took the credit, I was in my home office until dawn, designing her flagship stores, perfecting the logistics of her warehouses, and quietly fixing the structural flaws in her business plans. I was the foundation she stood on. But the problem with foundations is that they are underground. No one sees them. And eventually, Sarah forgot I was even there. The day she asked for a divorce, she wasn't alone. She brought Julian. Julian was a creative brand consultant. He wore silk suits, talked in buzzwords like synergy and disruption, and had never actually built anything in his life. "Blake, Julian is a visionary," Amanda said, her eyes bright with an excitement I hadn't seen in years. "He understands the status of my brand. You're just so technical. You're always talking about budgets and blueprints. You lack the spark I need for the next level." Julian gave me a pitying smile, checking his reflection in the glass trophy I had helped Amanda win. "No hard feelings, mate. Some people are just meant to be the help, and others are meant to lead. You've reached your ceiling." I looked at the divorce papers. Then I looked at the sketches for her new multi-million-dollar flagship store on my desk, the ones Julian didn't know were incomplete. "I understand," I said. My voice was steady, like a beam of steel. "If you think Julian is the architect of your future, I won't stand in your way." I signed the papers, packed my drafting tools, and walked out. I didn't tell her that the zoning permits were pending. I didn't tell her that the contractors only worked with her because they trusted my reputation. I moved to the city and took a senior partner position at a top-tier firm. I was busy, I was respected, and for the first time, my name was on the buildings I designed. After a year of enjoying her so-called life with the visionary, my phone vibrated. It was Amanda. "Blake, we have a problem." She sounded breathless, frantic. "The flagship store construction. The city's issued a stop work order. The structural supports are all wrong. Julian said it was fine, but the engineers are walking off the site." In the background, I could hear Julian shouting at someone, his voice high-pitched and desperate. He sounded like a child playing with blocks. "Julian is a visionary, Amanda," I said, leaning back in my leather chair. "Visionaries don't care about structural supports. They only care about the view from the top." "Blake, please, the investors are suing me. I'm going to lose everything. Can't you just come and look at the blueprints? Julian, he doesn't know how to read them." I looked out my office window at the skyline I was helping to shape. "I'm an architect, Amanda. I design and build things to last. But you chose a man who only knows how to paint over cracks." "I made a mistake," she whispered. "I thought he was better because he was louder. I didn't realize that you were the one holding everything up." I felt a quiet sense of closure. The weight I had carried for 7 years was gone. "A building can only stand as high as its foundation allows," I said calmly. "You took the foundation away. Don't be surprised when the walls start to lean." I hung up. I had a new project to start, a home for someone who understands that the most important parts of a house are the ones you can't see. You never realize who was holding the umbrella until they walk away and you're left standing in the rain.
Thank you for sharing this chapter with us at Velvet Chapters Brew. Comment, like, and subscribe to see where the next page takes us.